welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at the Formula One car collection magazine number 44. This is the McLaren MP4 2B, Alain Prost driven car from 1985. Now I will go and have a look at this diecast car in more detail at the end. But I'm going to go through the magazine first in just brief detail, show you what came with this particular magazine episode. So this one's the season is 1985. Technical focus of this particular car, and the team is McLaren. Circuit in this particular magazine is Anderson, the Scandinavian Raceway, and the story so far is the 1993 Prost goes out in style. I'm not going to read everything in detail. You can pause the video and read through if you need to. But after monopolizing F1 in 1984, the McLaren Porsche had to scrap it out in 1985 with Ferrari. Once again at the top of their game, for much of the year, Michel Alboreto was ahead of Alain Prost ultimately, though the Frenchman had the edge. You can see the Marlboro advertising on here. We don't have it on the particular diecast car because it is considered a toy, and cigarette advertising is actually not permitted. But you can buy decals and add them later. There's actually places online that sell deliberately for that to go historically accurate diecast vehicles. All right, having a look at the season here. What race is this one? Alain Prost, it doesn't actually say. Hang on. 2/3 of the season, Michel Alboreto and Ferrari harboured the ambition of bringing the world title back to Italy. However, after winning the Canada and Germany, the driver from Milan suffered a long run of retirements because of his mechanical problems. So Alain Prost in first, Nigel Mansell in the Honda Williams second, Niki Lauda in the other McLaren, Keke Rosberg in the other Honda, Nelson Piquet in the Brabham. I'm going to go through all of those, but it goes down all the way to 26. We had 26 cars. Man, we can fit more than the 20 we have on track now, which we will, I think. Is it from next year? 2026? I believe so. All right, the season, McLaren, MP4 2B, Alain Prost. There's Martin Brundle at the wheel of the Tyrrell 14, powered by a Renault V6 turbo engine. British driver finished the season without a point to his name. Wow. Still on TV, though, at Formula One. All right, Prost racks up the points in mid-season. So 9 points, I'm guessing, is first. So Brazil, Monaco, Britain, Austria, Italy. He came first. Then we've got 4 points, Canada, France, Belgium, South Africa. Actually, looks like what's that? 9. Is it 9-6? Yeah, I don't remember what the point scoring was. But Germany and Holland's also pretty high up there as well. Well done. Two cars for Stefan Johansson. Considered one of the fastest and most promising youngsters of his time, Swede Stefan Johansson started the 85 season in Brazil at the wheel of a Tyrrell. In the photo above, there's that one there. However, by the time the second round in Portugal, he was behind the wheel of Ferrari below. This followed the departure from Maranello of French driver René Arnoux. Yeah, oh, there you go. Jonathan Palmer at the wheel of the Zach Speed 841 in Austria. So this is actually the season, not necessarily the Alain Prost story still. All right, having a look at the technical focus, we do have a pull-out schematic and information. We have a Tag Porsche V6 80-degree 1.5 litre, essentially, or $14.99 to be exact. 540 kilograms full. 810 brake horsepower, 11,200 RPM. Woohoo. The team, McLaren, on top of the world. In 10 years, under the leadership of Ron Dennis, the Woking team clocked numerous world titles, with Niki Lauda, Alain Prost, and Ayrton Senna. In that time, McLaren cars were powered by engines from Ford, Tag Porsche, Honda, and finally Peugeot. Yeah, they did really well. Turbulent times. When he left Brabham, John Watson, seen here in Detroit in 1983, went to McLaren ahead of the 1979 season. It turned out to be one of the most turbulent periods, technically speaking, in his history of the English team. And yet the Irishman was a consistent motivating force for the team, capable of winning races against all expectations. Memorable for just these reasons were his victories at Silverstone in 81 and Long Beach in 83, where he won having started from 22nd on the grid. Well done. Testing with 12 cylinders. In the attempt to find a competitive engine that would convince Senna to stay at McLaren, tests were carried out in the summer of 1993 on the V12 LE 3512 unit produced by Lamborghini and designed by Miro Forihi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The tests held in secret seemed to have delivered positive results, but a more lucrative agreement with Peugeot wrecked any chance of collaborating with these companies from St. Agata Bolognese. All right, moving on to the circuit. Anderson Scandinavian Raceway. I don't remember this one. All right. So located alongside Anderson Airport in Gislaved municipality, about 137 kilometres or 85 miles from Gothenburg. 6 Swedish Grand Prix weekends. Okay. From 73 to 78. Yeah, that's why I don't remember it. I don't even remember footage of it, though, to be honest. It's because I was like a tiny kid. Probably wouldn't even recognise I was watching Formula 1 at that age. Anyway, 4th crown for Alain. Alain Prost returned to racing after years sabbatical. His Williams was superior in the competition. He took advantage. Ayrton Senna raced superbly despite having an inferior McLaren, but even he was sooner forced to concede. Yeah, back in the days when the McLaren, so the Williams was top of the roost. So Alain Prost got 99 points with Ayrton Senna on 73, Damon Hill on 69, Michael Schumacher in the Benetton Ford in 52, and Riccardo Patrese also in the Benetton Ford in 20 points. Williams Renault got 167 points and won the championship. McLaren Ford on 84 and Benetton Ford on 72. We don't see Ford in Formula 1 anymore. All right, moving on to the next two parts. We have the BMW Sauber F108 from Robert Kubica of 2008 and the Ferrari 512 F1 Lorenzo Bandini, a blue and white car. I have to remember if I got that in blue and white. I'm sure I do, but I don't remember it. But hey, a Ferrari not in red, which is quite rare for their Formula 1 cars. All right, let's have a look at this particular car. Not a lot to it. The first episode or the first magazine of this particular set, I think, was the Ayrton Senna McLaren, almost the same as this, of which I have a spare, I think, as well, because I wanted to cover it with the Marlboro stickers. But look at our tag, Porsche written there, Prost. And is it Boss? I think it is. Not a lot to the rear end. Red light painted there. Air vents and the likes you can see slightly inside there. No other advertising on the side, but there is the shell on the nose and Goodyear. Inside we have a seat belt. See if I can get enough light. No. Let's get this light in there. Slight seat belt. Actually, it looks like a black seat belt with a silver buckles. Yep, and not much on the actual steering wheel as well. I'm going to put this on the turntable so you can have a look without my hands in the way. Nice car, glad I got it. We'll be back with Magazine 44 next week. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the rest. Cheers, have a good day. Bye.